We live in a world where the more burnt out you are, the more accomplished you look, where people actually brag about not getting rest, not sleeping, not breathing. And it's like some sort of badge of honor or something like that. Like, you ever heard that term, I'll sleep when I die? Nah, here's the truth. Being in survival mode is a trauma response. It's not power, and it's all conditioning. And it's time that we stop mistaking being overwhelmed for being important. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, my name is Naisha Nicole, and we are locked in. This is a channel of honesty where we talk about growth, setting boundaries, and emotional intelligence. And today we are on episode number 17. Can y'all believe it? We are all the way to episode number 17. And if you've been chasing success, but feel a little tired or feel numb, this one is definitely for you. Because somewhere along the way, we got fed this dangerous lie. And I call it a dangerous lie because it is. And it's like, the busier we are, the more valuable we must be. Lie. Because, that's not power. That is straight up performance. And I want to unpack it, okay? So just bear with me. So let's be honest. We've been taught to wear stress like it's some sort of status symbol, right? Running on fumes, oh, you must be doing something right. No time for yourself, oh, you're just in high demand. It's like crying in the car between meetings. It's like, oh man, Naisha, you're really pushing yourself. All of that's false, because deep down on the inside, we're breaking slowly but surely, right? And we've somehow confused exhaustion with excellence. Or, we've confused being needed with being worthy. All of those. It's just, that's true. That's what it is. And more importantly, we've confused chaos somehow with clout, because the hustle culture, it doesn't reward health. It doesn't reward having a healthy, mental, a healthy emotional, a healthy spiritual, a healthy physical, like health. It doesn't reward any of that. It rewards sacrifice, especially for women, and especially for Black women. Let's just call it what it is. And especially from those who have been taught that rest is laziness. Have you ever been told that? Like, if you tell somebody that you're tired, like, I want you to examine your life. If you tell someone that you're tired right now, do you think that they're going to think that you're lazy? Probably. And, boundaries are weakness. Like, don't even set a boundary, because if you do, you'll be considered to be weak. But I'm here to tell you that none of that is true. None of it. And again, I can only speak on like my experience of being a Black woman and being in corporate world. I cannot speak on everybody else's experience before we even continue to dive deep into this, right? So what I want to do now is offer some new definitions of success: peace, presence, self-trust. That's what we're going to talk about. If your success is costing you your health, your sanity, your joy, that's not success. It's self-abandonment. Let's just call it what it is. Like, you're not some sort of hero because you've abandoned yourself. No. So here's where I want you to shift things. I want you to ask yourself, how much can I handle? Because if you can clearly state how much you can handle, you'll be able to deal with things a little bit better, right? I also want you to ask yourself, like, why am I still trying to prove that I can handle this? That's an even better question. Like, why are you still trying to prove that you can handle all of these things? Especially if you know that they couldn't handle it, but then they somehow expect for you to be able to handle it. Ask yourself, like, what are you trying to earn? Are you trying to earn respect? Are you trying to earn a raise or a promotion? Like what are you trying to earn? Ask yourself, who are you trying to impress? Are you trying to impress yourself, or are you trying to impress your colleagues? Like, those are important questions, because the truth is like, you don't need to be overwhelmed to be worthy. And you don't need to be tired to be taken seriously or to be successful. And, more importantly, you don't need to hustle yourself into the ground in order to feel like you matter. And that's just the truth. So let's shift gears, and I want to kind of rebuild this whole entire thing, right? So number one, I want us to redefine success for yourself, because success for me is going to look different than success for you. And this is just a blueprint to kind of help you along the way, because what actually makes you feel full? That's the question, because what makes me feel full is going to be different from what makes you feel full. So ask yourself that, what actually makes you feel whole? What makes you feel safe? If it's not peace, if it's not connection and purpose, then it might be time for you to rewrite that definition. And that's okay. That's okay. Everybody is where they are until they can, get to the point where they can move forward, right? Number two, I want you to notice where you perform stress. I know that sounds crazy, right? But to break it down even further, ask yourself, do you feel guilty when you rest? Do you overshare your busy schedule just to feel like you're seen, just to feel like you matter? Because if that's the case, that's conditioning. And that's not the truth, right? So again, we can't fix the outward. We can't fix what other people are doing, but what we can do is start looking inward and fix ourselves, right? Number three, I want you to practice strategic stillness. This is going to be hard. I know this is going to be hard, because for someone like me that is constantly wanting to do stuff, I have to strategically practice when I do absolutely nothing. You have to build moments of pause in the middle of your day, and you have to do it on purpose. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But even if it's just for 5 minutes, sometimes when I'm at work and I just need a minute, I'll go to an area that I know is not heavily populated, and I'll turn my volume down on my phone because it feels like it goes off every 5 seconds, right? And I'll just listen to the noise around me, and I'll just be. And sometimes I'll go to the chaplain area at my job, because most of the time there's no one in there. And I'll just sit there and I'll just be, because it sends your body this signal. And it's hey, we don't hustle for worth over here. We're not hustling to feel worthy for anything. And so I think that that's really, truly important to help build that connection with your body, right? With yourself. Number four, stop glorifying the burnout. Y'all, one of my colleagues literally worked maybe 14 days in a row or something similar to that. Might have been more, maybe 12. But the point is that whether it's voluntary or not, that's crazy, right? I've done that before, where I've worked multiple days in a row. And the funny thing about it is that there'll be someone clapping for your chaos. They'll be yeah, you just stuck it out. You're badass. Oop, am I supposed to say that? Oh, you're awesome. I can't believe you just did that. But they're not clapping for your health. When you get sick, is they're genuinely upset that you're sick. How can someone be mad that you're sick? And it's just real love, they want to see you whole and not heroic. And when you start noticing that in your corner, you'll see what I'm saying. The moment you stop overextending yourself and removing yourself from that, you'll see the people that's really truly there for you. And finally, number five, I want you to say this out loud. Do it with me now. I don't need to be exhausted to be valuable. because you don't. You don't need to be exhausted in order to feel valuable. And you need to repeat those words until your nervous system believes it, until your heart believes it. You need to repeat it until it's ingrained in here that you do not need to be exhausted in order to be valuable. Because this world is still trying to convince you that being worn out is like proof that you're doing something special. You're doing something right. Not true. But, the real power in this whole entire situation, it looks like rest. It looks like boundaries. It looks like being rooted in your worth and understanding what your worth is and not having to, bleed for belonging anymore. So, I look at it like this. Stress is not your status. Peace is. And once you can figure out that, oh man, your whole entire world will turn around. I promise you that. And I want you to let me know in the comments. I want you to tell me that I release the hustle and I choose peace. Because again, people mistake that if you choose peace that you're going to be broke. No, having peace is a mindset. And I'm not sitting up here saying don't work, don't go make your money. I'm not saying that. Go make your money, but also understand that your body is going to need rest. So know when to shut it down when you need to shut it down. Point blank, period. And let me know in the comments how you've dealt with that, because I know that I got some people, that follow me, that subscribe to the channel, that hustle. And, I just want to know that you're taking time for you in the midst of that hustling, and you're not so burnt out that you forget that there is a life of peace, right? You can still work hard and still, set boundaries and still get rest and still achieve your peace and still know your worth. You can do all of those things. I appreciate each and every last one of you for hanging in there with me through all of these episodes. I truly, truly do. YouTube is going to recommend the video right here, and I suggest you check it out because it's likely going to be one of the videos that's a part of my series. And I also want you to let me know in the comments that if you want a ebook or a PDF, that would be totally free. Nothing that anybody has to pay for or anything, because that's not why I do what I do. It's truly because I want to help. Even if it's just one person, I want to do that. And I also want you to tell me in the comments what other topics you want me to discuss, because again, I'm doing this whole series, and again, I pray that it reaches at least one person and it touches and it helps them. I appreciate each and every last one of you. Comment, share this with anybody that needs to hear it, because I know it's people that's out there that need to get this message. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate each and every last one of you. You know that we are locked in. My name is Naisha Nicole. Peace.